Today's the day, people. The day has finally come, and I've been waiting quite eternity just to make the one thing we're to make. And if you haven't read the title, today's the day we finally get to make and automate one thing we've been waiting. Which is why we're going to finally automate nuclear pasta. Hello everybody, my name is Zekman, and welcome back to Satisfactory. And today, I'm very excited because we finally get to make one component that I've been waiting a while, and that's nuclear pasta. Now, to be honest, I wasn't quite sure how this is going to go. And you might be wondering, why do we need to make nuclear pasta? We've already covered that for the space elevator. Yes. Space 5 is complete for nuclear pasta, but we still have the other stuff to do. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we need nuclear pasta. And that's for another video. Of course, it's for the singularity cell, but like I said, it'd be for another video. Now, we pretty much already have done half the battle. Pressure conversion cubes. That's finally done and over with, so we don't need to worry about that. The other half of the battle is called copper powder. So what's so scary about that? You just take some ingots and grind it up, right? Well, unfortunately, that's the biggest problem. As much as wanted to get this thing up and running, we gotta focus on nuclear pasta first. So, I got this over here. A particle accelerator, constructor, and refinery. So here's the plan. The particle accelerator is the only one that can make nuclear pasta. So we need to have all of this stuff over here to make one of these. And we're going to overclock the particle accelerators, which might sound spooky at first, but thanks to the nuclear power plant I made in the previous video, this won't be much of a problem. So power-wise, yeah, we're not going to worry about that. So like I said, pressure conversion cubes, those are all done. Copper powder, however, that's a big of a problem. You see, I want to make 15 nuclear pasta per minute. And as much as the corporation above me wants to make nuclear pasta, we need about 200 copper powder. And since we're making 15 per minute, we need about 3,000. Okay, I've dealt like 6,900, 6,300 of the quick wire, so this won't be much of a problem, right? Well, if we look at the constructor, which is the only thing that can make copper powder, each of them can make 50 per minute over here. Okay, I guess we can overclock and get that done. But how much copper ingots are we gonna need? Well, as much as I hate to do this, you need like 100 copper powder, so we need 2 of these constructors. And ingot-wise, oh god, each constructor needs 600 copper ingots. What? Like, that's half of 1,200. But I need 1,200 to make 200 copper powder, which is ridiculous. But spoiler alert, we can make so much copper that it's just not a problem. This one recipe, the pure copper ingot, yes, that's what we're going with. All because it makes the most amount of copper ingots, and it actually pretty much increases the production rate by 2.5 without using a summer sloop. So all that a successful profit of production. Not only that, we also need like water and copper ore together in order to make this. So yeah, refinery-wise, this will be great. But you might be wondering, how many refineries do we need? Actually, let's go back to like the Satisfactory modeler. I have something to show you in order to get this done and over with. So here we are in the Satisfactory modeler. So this is a little bit of a preview of what we're going to be making, and that's because we need about 18,000 copper ingots. That's how much we need for 3,000 copper powder. Pressure conversion cubes, not going to worry about that. Well, we are going to worry about the copper ore and the water. Now, at first, this is going to take a lot of copper, like 7,200 of the copper ore, and 4,800 of the water. 16 water extractors? Yeah, like, I don't know how this is going to be possible. And 240 refineries. I think that's a lot of refineries. Now, at first, I don't know if this is actually possible to do without with it back in, like, Update 4. However, I do have one idea. By giving each of these constructors a summer sloop, yeah, 15 constructors. I was planning to make 15 constructors with a summer sloop, so that way we don't need to consume more than double the amount of copper ore we need. So all we need is about 3,600 copper ore and 2,400 of the water. And then we need 120 of the refineries. So yeah, this will give us 9,000 copper ingots. And to be honest, I've already got pretty much all this set up, except I didn't want to go that far just yet. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to place this new factory to make nuclear pasta. So I was wondering, why not over here? I mean, we do have lots of water, but I don't think there's a lot of copper ore to be used over here. So I decided to just turn it into like a nuclear paradise, as you can see here. But then again, I was wondering, could we actually build it over here? Well, no. Even though there's a lot of copper ore, or at least some copper nodes, there's not a whole lot of water access over here, but I'm not going to pipe it all over here to my desert factory base in order to get the job done. So, I hate to say this, but I did not want to end up like Mr. Kippets, but I have no choice but to build it here in the greens field. The greens biome, of course. But I did have one perfect position. Instead of like out here, I thought that it would be a great idea to just have it somewhere right around here. And where does this look like on the map? Well, I have a little surprise to show you. And yes, I did say I was going to make my factory around here, somewhere in the north of forest, or somewhere around this area. But then I realized, this is a bad idea. I checked the map before, there's like no copper ore. I'm not going to show it to you because I've shown you from before. So, I guess I have no physical choice, but yes, we're building it here. But this is not just any kind of factory. This is where we're going to actually build it here. And if you don't remember this thing, it's what I built as like a battery bank from that one video where I got the golden nut. But I'm thinking about deconstructing it and maybe moving it somewhere else or never having it again. But this here, I have built, and it's been taking me hours. Now, you might be wondering how I built all this. Well, I came out with a new blueprint. And this is it. This is the blueprint, the platform. Now, let me just show you. This is only at the top, which doesn't seem to be interesting. But once you go under here, well, it's just saving. Yeah, this is what I came up with for the bottom. Honestly, I really like it. You got some nice black and white here for a little bit of checkered. No, not checkered. Just a little bit of a weird pattern here for black and white. But then you got this whole blue right here that's showing, and I thought that would be a nice depth or color and stuff. And all these lights, it's like I did from the railroad network. I used the large billboards to have them like neon lights, and just have these little label signs and beam connectors and square signs just to make it a little aesthetics and stuff. Just have a little bit of decoration and all that stuff. But yeah, overall, looking pretty sick. And yes, I am going to be doing something like this again for like my future videos. Instead of just having this factory like, you know, usually on the ground, like something like that over there for my starter factory, this is going to be special. And I want to make it so special that it's going to have 2 train stations here. Although, I think I actually made a little critical error here for the train station. And, to be honest, I gotta fix it. You might be wondering why. So, here's the thing. 6 cars is just too much for one train. So I have to get 2 trains. The one thing I forgot to push down I need to fix is an empty platform with catwalks, or just an empty platform. And why? Well, if I don't put an empty platform, let's just say that the second train is just going to occupy this space. And that's not what we need for a freight platform. So I got to deconstruct that freight platform, move it back by 1 more. Is there literally going to be enough room though? I think the answer is yeah, there is going to be enough room, but I'll fix it later. These guys, however, these monster power hungry energy suckers, really want to take up all the megawatts. And here's my idea. All of the copper powder is going to be under here, under these 1 meter foundations. And this, I think, would be a great idea, so that way all these power hungry beasts can be up here enjoying the megawatts, while all my copper refining is going to be over here. And of course all the constructors are going to be somewhere like under the refineries. And we need 8 refineries for each constructor, which would explain it's 120 of them. Now, for power-wise, I just had an idea. Saw this one YouTuber did this before in like the preview of 1.1, and this right here, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Why? Well, even though this is braided cable clusters, I thought if I just had, he put like a wall outlet here, like any wall outlet, and decided to just put it with braided cables, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like power is being driven to each of the machines. And over here, I just decided to put a beam connector as like to stop the power from going any further. Unless I want to get rid of it and extend the power, I can do that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that for all of my machines, for all my factories, because, to be honest, it does look like it's transferring the power. Don't mind the little clipping here. There's not much I could do about that. But yeah, I am going to be using the braided clusters here, and just going to be doing that for all of these particle accelerators. Right now, this is what I got so far. I wanted to get like 3 rows, but unfortunately there's, I don't know, there's not going to be enough room to do more belt work, because I need a belt work space down here. Yeah, something tells me I'm just only going to get 2 rows, meaning we're going to need about 7, but where's the 15th going to be? Good question. I haven't figured that out just yet. I'm going to do space like that. So I need to place down like 4 more. And this is the color combination I went with. It's literally right here. This is the color combination, and this is the layout I choose. Now I guess I could have made a better one, but I didn't want to end up like this watch, because this one's for like, you know, for my power plant for plutonium and stuff like that. But I thought this color combination isn't too bad. I mean, if I take this and put it right here, you can see that the blue is a little different. The shade is probably a little darker, but I decided to go with like an orange. Not like a fix-it orange color, but just like a custom orange color of my choice. So yeah, that's pretty much what I went with. Oh, I did have another blueprint, a brand new one, called the quad cleansers, because they're going to be using the pure ingots, and it's just refineries. And these are the refinery blueprints. This is the refinery blueprints I'm going to choose. That I'm going to use. Oh, get this. Wait, I didn't show you. I know you're excited for this. But I'm going to show you this once because it's actually nice. So if I place one here, then we do auto connect. It should auto connect with the blueprint, I think. It should. I think we have to wait for the other to get done. I think. It's not auto connecting. That's weird. It should auto-connect. Is it, like, distance or something? No? Strange. Why is it not auto-connecting? Did I do something? Oh, crap. Did I do something wrong? No, wait. No, this is, like... Oh, do I have to do auto-connect first before placing it down? Is that what I have to do? Hang on. Let me, figure out how this works. I think the auto-connecting might be a little finicky. Okay, so we do that, and then we should see, like, an auto-connect. No? Well, that's weird. Why is it... No, it should auto-connect. Why am I not seeing an auto-connection? It's just not close? Okay, that's weird. It's a little finicky? This auto-connect... Is this auto-connect... It cannot be broken. No, it can't. Why is it not working? Oh, that's weird. It worked for my... I saw it work for my railroad. Okay, I don't know why it's not auto-connecting, but you know what? I'm gonna worry about that later. I haven't finished building the factory yet, because that's actually the most fun part, it's the assembly. Okay, let's see, we got 4. Okay, let's see how many we can actually get. If we could get, like, you know... Okay, missing wire. Wait, how am I missing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Oh, did I not set up an... Okay, well, apparently... you probably get the point here now. Okay. I do need to fix this too as well. As for all the copper ore, however... I do have a 600 that's down here, as I did actually remember building this before, back in early access. But I must have had, like, a temporary... copper wire station here, but I got rid of it all, and that this is being used for my nuclear pasta. So yeah, this is actually coming very handy. And for the belts, well, let's see. There's actually the belts here. I don't want to deconstruct all of this, but because I can just move this free station back behind, it's not that big of a deal. Now, I do have one thing to actually show you. There's actually this train right here that I accidentally left back at my rocket factory. So right now, it's already done. That's a weird leg. Okay, copper train. That's the one I want to click on. I've already set it up, so it's going to come to its next destination. It should... Yeah, it's moving. Alright, it's going to probably be a while before it gets here. So it's going to be at this station. And then I got a second one with number 2 on for the nuclear pasta. But like I said, I gotta deconstruct this. But this whole fixing is not going to be that big of an issue. But that means I have to do the same thing down over there to where the other copper is. There's like 3 other copper ores over here. So that's also going to get transported over here with the long train line. And that's something I gotta fix. Of course, I have to like go over there and fix it, but I'll do it later. Now, as for the refineries and the constructors, I have to figure out what to do. I had one specific idea I had in mind. 2, 3, let me see. Is this going to be too low? Let's see. No, let's see. Actually, if we have it on one more height... Let me see. Yeah. 1, 2... Yeah, you know what? That height is actually good. Not very sure how this is going to look, but we just zoop on. Get rid of that. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Wait, I didn't explain what would happen. You see, you already saw what happened. You see, they made an update to this game to like 1.1. I think it's part. Oh, yep, that's the copper train that finally is here. Now it's just going to make its roundabouts. It's going to go over to the beach because there's a copper node over here. There's that. Okay, that's diving. There's a copper node over here that's being used. And that train is going to get the 1200. It's going to transport over here. It's going to be on the belt. This is the belt that's going to transport the 1200. And this right here, I use these like fare through output monitors here. So if I haven't showed you one thing, is that if you take anything on the building menu, and I mean anything, like these like production, organization, logistics and stuff, if I place a conveyor throughput monitor, it's always going to say the color from my color swatch or customizer, since that's like the default. But if you change it to like, I don't know, copper like color, for example, choose that for like the next building, it will apply the color to it, so that way I don't have to reapply any of this color here. And that's actually true for the concrete. You see, if I choose this one, like the black, it'll always apply to black. But if I choose a coated concrete with this color scheme, it will actually do that too. So that's actually a nice, interesting feature. A little bit of quality of life change, which is nice. So that way the colors will match depending on which kind of building you did. Wait, does this work on pattern 2? Oh, it does work on pattern. I didn't thought it would work. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, that's actually amazing. Alright, let me just see how many refineries we could get up here. Probably all 8 of them. Let's see. This is actually quite big. Hang on. Okay, so I have it like one direction for import and output, but let me see. Now, I think if we have the belt work, how far do you want to go back for this? Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then I think what I'm gonna do is have it like right about, out here. I think right about here sounds good. Or maybe right here. No, we're gonna, okay, let's start it right here, okay. Now you gotta be very careful with placement. I do not want to deconstruct, even though it's not going to take too long to deconstruct stuff. It's not going to take too long to do it all. I have no idea if we're going to have the room for this. But it is what it is. Okay. Oh, that's actually perfect space. That's exactly what I want. Oh, shoot, I think I'm losing power. Losing connection to power. Hang on. That's temporary for now. Okay, don't know why they didn't auto-connect. That's what I want. Hello? Alright, so it's no big deal. I guess I'll just do a little connection myself, but it's not got to be that big of a deal. So I came up with the blueprint design. Okay, we got like 8 here. So all 8 of these are going to have all the copper out of here. And even though I have to do this, it's fine. This is exactly what I need to do. And then we do C, B, B, okay, okay, yep. Man, I could have just set up this up with the blueprint, but it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Now, merger. We just have this right here. Let's see, and I think we're going to do this. This, okay. So all the mergers are going to come together as one. Now I'll try to cover things later. We got this. So here's my idea. We got this idea. I came up. Oh, shoot. No, that's not what I want. Come on. Be nice to me. Right, and then just do this. Okay. And then we get like another merger. Let's see how far out. Okay. I think if we go about that far out. Okay. Then we have... Oh, wait, no. I haven't... Wait, no. I got an idea. So I think what I'm going to do... is have something like this. It's not going to be perfectly in the middle, but I don't think anyone's going to mind. It's kind of hard to do that unless you do a lot of nudging. Okay. And then... we're going to take a conveyor lift. Have it right about there somewhere. Oh. Yeah, my train has delivered the copper, thank you. And there it is. Alright, that's one of the trains. I gotta get the second one, but I'll do it later. Where is that? Oh, nice. It's gonna be right down here. So, production, constructors. I was thinking about doing this. All of the copper ingots are going to be in this one constructor. That's right. That's exactly what I'm going with. Let's see. Let's see if I can line this up perfectly. We'll do something like that. And then do this. And then... Yep. There's the exit. And then we set this up for copper powder. But I am going to do one little thing. Thanks to that 1.0 update. Yeah. Now, I know it's going to cost a lot of power, but these constructors don't cost a lot of power. I think about 13 or 15 megawatts of power. Especially when they're overclock. But I don't think they're going to take too much power. I think they take about, like, what, 50 or 60 megawatts with the summer sloop? Yeah. Not sure how I'm going to get all the wires all over the place. I'll have to figure that out myself too as well. So yeah, this is what I was thinking about. Having a constructor down here. 8 refineries right here. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many refineries I can get. But I still need to figure out how many... how I'm going to get all the belt work done here. And since I need to fix this little train station here... Okay, this won't take too long, so... So I'm just going to be off-screen doing a lot of building and stuff. So yeah, this won't take too long, so just give me a moment. Well, this isn't exactly how I wanted it all to go. But, hey, I can't complain. Because everything does look very nicely, so I won't complain about that. Look at all the particle accelerators. I don't think you've ever seen this many particle accelerators in your life before. Or maybe you have. I mean, I probably have. And yes, this is all 15 of them, all ready to go. Alright, I better show you everything around here because everything's quite crazy. Alright, so we start over here. Train station, done. And belt work for all the copper ingots, done. There's a lot going on around here. So I have all the belts from the ore, from the copper ore, and only copper ore that goes over here. Some of the copper goes into that direction over there. Half of them, or at least some of them, actually go here. And some actually, one that goes out in that direction. And then there is a 600 copper ore node that's right down here that I utilize. So I have it all over here. And I actually have the rest of the copper ore all belted and all over the place. As you can see, everything's just crazy. Yep, everything's quite crazy around here. So yeah, I was able to get the water pipes also as well done and over with too as well. So I had some water structures here, up here. This is how I managed to get this pipe up here. It's a long way down, I know. And then I have two water structures over there. Just have it up there. And under here, like I said, I use a blueprint to create my very own platform for my factories, and possibly even more for my builds. At least for my factory builds and stuff. I can also use it for a train station too. So, with all the copper ingots, we have it all belted over here to all these constructors. All these constructors, they all have the summer sloop, overclocked to 200%, 200 copper powder per minute, only 6 up to 500, but that's fine. And now we're all ready to go. And yes, I'll be able to put down some pathways, some catwalks. Oh, this factory is going to be like the best. There's only one thing left to do. Before I turn the power on, I gotta connect all the conveyor belts. And I did all the belt work. So all of them go under here, under the foundation. So, yeah, let's get to work, shall we? That's part of the assemblies. Oh boy, it's coming to nighttime, which is probably going to be good news. Those power accelerators are going to be on soon. Hey, look at this on over here. This is what I came up with. It's belts here. I have a catwalk going down here, as you can see all the moving and grooving. Every resources, moving and grooving in here. Yeah, right. Can you work, please? Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait for all this to just go moving and grooving. Go, my copper powder, go! Make me the nuclear pasta. I have to serve to do this for a long time. Now I'm going to be able to automate 15 per minute. I may remind you, when Kippis, this YouTuber Kippits, yeah, when he automated nuclear pasta, oh crap, did I accidentally, something went wrong. Oops, kind of went wrong here. Whoops, hang on. Wait, isn't there a belt missing? There it is! Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, can we not have any more of this? Please and thank you. Great, now I have to do this again. Now I'm probably wondering how that happened. Okay. Okay, of course I'm gonna have to, I wouldn't say misclick. Don't make me do this again. There we go. Hopefully that's all of it. All of the working stuff. Yes, gonna be using the glass frame foundation so you can see all of the copper powder moving. Until it gets to like this point where it gets low, gets down. Okay, I know you've been waiting for this, so let's do this. Gonna turn on this thing. And be advised, I have no idea how, I have no idea how much megawatts we'll be consuming. But I did actually do a little thing right here. See? this is what I came up with. I did something like this, as I showed you earlier, and I did all the particle accelerators, which looks very fantastic. And I also did the same thing with this down here, the constructors. So I got the power outlet here, and I also have a power outlet here. So I have a power outlet, at least the outlets, well, at least wall outlets, to each of every last one of these constructors. And I also did the same thing for the refineries. So you can pretty much see I did it on all of them, every last one of them. Oh, that's just the refineries doing the work. That's the noise I heard. Okay, pretty sure that all of these are connected. All of them are here. Wait. Is there no copper powder to go in there? Hang on. Might be a... Ah! Okay. It's a good thing I checked. And I don't think there's any... I don't think there's any of them missing. No, I think we're good. We also got this one. This one's taking care of that one. And as you can see, I took advantage of the curve for this one and for some others, like this one and this one for the curve. Man, I'm glad this 1.1 update came out because everything looks fantastic. So, without further ado, let's do this. Okay. Just to think. They should be going. Wait. Why is none of these working? It says there's no power. Wait, no power. That cannot be right. Didn't I connect all of these? I connect them all. That's not right. Hold on. They should be on. I have this on. Did I screw something up? Do I need to... hang on. No? Oh, crap. Did I, Houston, we got a problem. They're not turning on. Why? It says no power, but that's impossible. That's got green light, right? Yeah. Wait, do I have to do that? No, I'm pretty sure. This is a power switch. Yeah, I turned it on. It should be working. It should be working. But why isn't it? That's weird. Hey, wait a minute. Can I test something real quickly? Nope. Okay. This is, interesting. I don't understand. Did I... Wait. Wait, did I not connect this to... Really? If I turn it on, I see... Okay. Can you blame me for that? No. Look at all my covering it. Alright, everyone shut up because it's particle accelerator time. I think, oh my god, I think all of them, are all of them powered up? Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think all of them are activating at the same time. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I think all of them are, you know. Okay, can we see the lights on in the distance or something? I think it might be the right view. Oh, no, wait, there it goes. Okay, 3,750, okay. My goodness gracious. We should be seeing pasta very soon. Looks like everything went pretty well. Ah, there it is. Pasta? We got it. 15 per minute. Oh shoot, I forgot to, hang on. There. There we go. These things. I know, right? Yeah, these things sure enjoyed the, taking up the megawatts. How much power are we consuming? Oh my, I think it oh yeah, that max consumption jumped. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, 56,000 mega. Oh, that's more than half of 100,000. Alright, well, that's good to know. Well, it's a good thing I got the nuclear power. And it seems like the nuclear power is like, well, actually, I know the power is fluctuating, as you can see under production. So we're ranging from 717,000 to 718,000. So I guess my average is probably around 718,000. So yeah. Oh my god, all of them are activated at the same time. This is crazy. Come on, my nickel pasta. Come here. Should be seeing another build soon. I got it! There it is, see? There's our nuclear pasta. So yeah, this is it. Nuclear pasta it's called. Containing a neutron star. I mean, back then, before they changed it and made it a little different, it used to have like a distortion around itself. Whoops! Ignore that. I didn't mean to take a picture. But, you know what? That might, that's going on a thumbnail now. Nope. I'm serious. Not gonna waste it. Decided to put it in yes. I'm gonna be using the, dimensional depot here. Because why not? I'll store nuclear pasta. And if I ever need it, well, at least I have it. Mike. Look at all this moving and grooving. Well, it was moving and grooving. Oh, look at that! That looks pretty nice. My goodness, look at all that copper power going. All down here. Okay, well, there is actually one more thing I want to do before I, be done for today's video. At the beginning of the video, I did remember this, my personal storage box. This is the remaining nuclear pasta I had. 1,100. Well, I had more than that, but I shredded them up. So, we won't be needing that anymore. And yes, I'm going to be transferring it all back to the nuclear pasta factory that I just recently built and showed you. And yes, all my refineries are like overclocked to 75 per minute. My goodness. Look at this factory. I don't know if I ever had a factory this huge before, but I now have it. Look how there's like so many power accelerators. We have a lot of megawatts, huh? They sure enjoy doing that. Of course, I'm not done finishing up the factory. Well, all these are now in a brand new home. I don't think they're ever going to get used at all, but if they have to do, well, that's lucky for them. Well, I'm actually very happy to finally get this nuclear pasta out of the way. I don't think I can ever do more than 15 per minute, but hey, at least 15 per minute sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's really hard to get nuclear pasta because of all the copper powder you need and all those copper ingots you also need. That's insane. Also, I kind of forgot I had like some copper powder in my inventory. And here we go for the arc saving. Whoops, didn't mean to grab that. Alright, well, it's okay. I'll be shredding a lot of stuff up, because that's why I got this awesome stick here. And yes, I used the copper paint in my customizer, which is this, the copper finish, to actually have all of these looking like copper from the belts and the Ore, and you got water. Plenty of water. I'm pretty sure none of these are going to be D-efficient, so I'm pretty sure we're actually good. Well, I'm very happy to finally check this off my list for this entire factory. So thank you all so much for watching. This has taken me ages to get up to this point to finally be able to re-automate nuclear pasta. And since this actually took me ages, my channel deserves a subscribe, so please do subscribe. And please leave a like in the video, it deserves it. After all of what I went through to finally be able to build all of this, it's crazy, I know. However, I'm not done, because after nuclear pasta, we'll be going after something much more challenging. And I cannot wait to actually finally do this one video I've been waiting since the release of 1.0. So again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!